Hey Life Group leaders, Tim Osmus here, and I'm probably bombarding you guys with too much information, too many Facebook posts, too many videos, but I would rather over communicate with you than under communicate any time. And so I thought I'd just do a little video here and talk about what we're doing with life groups. I've talked to most of you personally. Some of you have not been able to contact because maybe your work situation is very hectic right now. A lot of people's situation are, but what I want to do is just talk a little bit about how we're doing life groups. And the way we're doing life groups during this period of time is going to be very varied depending on the particular situation of the life group itself. There's a couple of things that I think are very important that I've emphasized to everybody. Number one is to have some sort of landing space for information for your group. Of course, we're trying to make sure that the information flow for the church is very solid. The Liberty app, make sure that your folks who have smartphones do have the Liberty app. Our website for the church, libertybaptistchurch.ws, is very important, and also our church Facebook page is very important. But then beyond that, for your particular life group, I think it's important to have some sort of landing space to be able to share with folks. Of course, now if you're 25 and over, or maybe 30 and over, Facebook is probably a good place for that. If you're 25 or 30 and under, it's more like GroupMe or something of that nature, where you can get information to your folks and make sure that you are communicating to them and letting one another know. I've seen a lot of people who have just simply put out, "How's everybody doing?" And they've been able to respond back, or maybe given information about what's going on with your class or something that might be a need out there. So it's important to have a landing space for you to be able to pass information back and forth with your group. And now whatever that information, and that could be as simple as a phone call. Hey, we're using text or phone. I know that folks who may not have as much technology, the phone may be the best friend in that world. And then the second is to have a landing space to be able to keep the community together. Now, if we have the ability for technology, then we're looking at some things such as Zoom, which is a very good platform to be able to use to have a group meeting. Google Hangouts is also a good platform. I think Facebook has a platform. I've not done a lot of work with that, but I have done some work with Zoom and Google Hangouts. And that's to be able to feel that your people have some sort of community that's still going on. It's not just one-way communication. So what I'm going to be doing with my group, and what I know a couple of others are going to be doing, is at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning, I'm going to try to have life group as usual on this Zoom app. And I know some others are going to be doing that. Now, some folks may not have the technology to be able to do that, but I think we should challenge ourselves. I've talked to a couple of folks, and maybe they personally don't feel comfortable with the technology, but maybe they have someone in their group that is. So reach out to that person, and it could be that you as a teacher simply conduct the class while somebody else is hosting that Zoom group. Now, I know we have some classes. I had someone say to me, well, I've got about 70% of my people that do social networking or use technology, and maybe 30% that don't. Another thing that I recommended, and maybe in that area, is there's some apps out there for things like freeconferencecall.com, and it's just that simple, freeconferencecall.com, and there's an app to where you can just simply maybe send your people the call-in number and the passcode, and you get in and you just have a conference call with your people. And really, one of the things that I want to emphasize is nothing here is going to be able to get everybody 100%. And so if you have 10 people that would like to get on, but maybe only 8 of them can. Well, you touched 8 of your people during that time. So what I'm challenging each of our classes to do is really get out of our comfort zone here and maybe try some things that may be able to have that community feel together, whether it's as sophisticated as a Zoom meeting that looks very much and feels very much like your classroom time, except it's online, or maybe it's as simple as I called everybody and I talked to them about this week's topic, which is faith, and Hebrews 11, 1 through 6. And so I'm just challenging each one of you to do that, and also try to keep up with a little bit of a number for us. I'd like to be able to say in LifeGroup this week, we in that second platform, that community type platform, we were able to touch X number of people, and so let me know that. I am working on a spreadsheet that I'll try to get out, but we may not be able to get that done by Sunday. But I want to be able to make sure that we are covering our bases with our folks. And I've been telling folks a lot when I talk to them, you have that meeting at work that has been going on every week forever, and then all of a sudden somebody cancels it, and then they cancel it the next week, and then they cancel it the next week, and then all of a sudden nobody remembers what that meeting was for, and nobody remembers who and all was in that meeting. So I want us to keep as close together. I don't want LifeGroup to become something that during this time of crisis kind of fades into the background. So we want to keep it together as much as we can. I certainly understand the limitations that each one of us are going to have. I know there's some technology things that when people talk about GroupMe, I'm not well up on it. But I want to challenge myself and challenge you to be able to reach out to your people, make sure you have a landing space for information to them, and also have some sort of community to where you're getting together with them in some manner, whether it be an online meeting or calling your people or whatever. And I want to be here to help you with that. And so please keep in contact with me to where I can work with you, and we can make sure that the life groups at Liberty are as healthy as possible during this time of social distancing. Thank you, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you soon.